Hello, hello, this is Kevin, Resilient ME, and welcome back to the Discotheque. We are doing our second playthrough here. High empathy character. Why is hardcore mode turned back off? Do you only have to turn that on when you start the save? Let's find out. Must autosave when you exit too. Twice, apparently. Strange. Let's see if it's actually turned on in the game when it's turned off in the menu. Okay, it is. We're fine. You only need to toggle that on when you start. Okay, you can cancel it too. We're not going. We're going to cancel canceling hardcore mode. Cancel, 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 cancel. Alright. So we left off. Yeah. Having a very high conversation with Kuno. That went absolute crazy town. And even better, this is the first thing we've basically done in this playthrough. I mentioned an achievement for finishing the case, the game, without taking down the body. I'm going to quickly look up Disco Elysium achievements and get the specifics on that. Let's try not to spoil ourselves on other ones. Where is it? Without inspecting. So don't even click on it. Finish the case without inspecting the body. Alright. So, sorry for the immediate detour starting an episode, but we've also saved ourselves from sabotage. Because I would have clicked on it and so on. Yeah. Do you wish to talk to me?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
No. Let's not push it. We're on as good of terms as possible with Kuno there. Let's go check out his little tree house. Yeah. It's not a tree house. What kind of herbs? Money? Can we see that from here? No, cannot. I believe we left off. No, we're not that close to a skill up. Have we leveled up twice? Did we take this, or is that just from the signature skill? No learned skills. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's check out this little clubhouse here that he mentioned to us.
The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad.
Like how you can still not know it's here.
Because, unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Congratulations.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside there.
Alright, Kim, you're encouraging my not following the case. It's on you what happens now. Yeah, we're all a bit mummified at times.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
What an assumption that is. Kuno was richer than us when we started the game. Womp womp. May I have that? Now you have to walk all the way up. Yeah, nowhere else to go. Why are we keeping the ruins together? Oh no, we're gonna have to come back once we have the bottle bag. That's okay. Our mission for change is going quite well. Call us a full-blooded revolutionary by this point. Har har.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down. A trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else, but you know it's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Yeah, could probably do that.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
Of course, the smart thing to do would be to just hang over the edge and drop, but smart's not an option.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. His eyes trace the crane's contour, as if trying to memorize its majestic shape. Then he notices your gaze.
Yes, we were in the middle of something. Your cloak.
Not gonna do that. It's not happening. Oh. Wasted our 7 minutes. I'm really not convinced there's a way to get more of the Pirelli on either. I have a hunch that's a one-hit wonder, so to speak. So let's not waste the rest of it. Fully dedicated to Kuno's tasks. That's how it should be used, right? Did I miss that bucket while I was up there? Yep, we're going back for it. Immediately. Sure. That was most certainly worth it. Yep. Not even change, but change that takes additional effort to collect. Lucky us. You got anything else to say?
Kuno care? Yeah, did you fucking there? Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Whatever, piggy. Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Not everyone can fly like Kuno. You're old. You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Do you think that gives me a bonus on the check?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the Mac. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a battle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
You're not getting this, Pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, Pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam! Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, Pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, to the both of you, watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off. Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
This doesn't count as investigating it, right?
Shitload, Pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking!
The kids are overwhelming you. Regain control of yourself and the situation.
Womp, womp.
Fucking idiot Mulkapa! Doesn't know any questions!
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Nope, that definitely was not investigating. Yep. Time to climb in the trash.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Probably.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say pry bar? Forget about it, like you forgot about your life? No, you cannot forget your own body, and your body cannot forget. The pry bar.
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
What if there's spare change in there? There's definitely experience in there. Experience of sifting through trash.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
No, it's fine.
Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
Oh no.
Yes.
He stares at you, beady-eyed.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Gonna use our pry key on this.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
It's fine.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yes, this sound effect.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? What are you talking about? Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we?
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
I think we're done in the trash. And with the trash sifting sound effects.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
So long, anti-SMR.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Or we could open the lid again. No. Don't need to do that.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic treehouse.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse. Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Okay.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, dumpster diver. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I could round this off. Turn the key back in. We are not going to do that. We actually have an excuse to get to their empathy, but there might be a video game logic to waiting to skill up until we fail another empathy check first. Don't care about that. This one, yeah. Well, we have bonuses now from the other stuff. Don't care about this. I'm probably not going to bother with the ceiling fan. I know. That's whatever. We don't want to waste it. We are pretty far from another skill up. Alternatively, we could just blazingly waste it, because that's also an option. Fun option, no less. Yeah, I like wasting things. Here we go. Super empathy. We're not going to double waste and use that though. Just single waste. Get the habit of those quick saves even though we're not reloading.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy. Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing, flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land. Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines. To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revershaw, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches. You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
Why is the southwest significant? Was that the way he was looking? Yeah.
Excuse me? Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know? I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
Hunted? By what? An ex-wife?
Uh-oh.
The pain burns in your chest, radiating. The crown of arteries on fire.
That's a success? Well, was it just an instant death? Oh. Give a new meaning to the term painful memories.
Sinister presence. Wow, that sounds really bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage. Man, who even knows? It's like a legal contract, but also a bond between spirits. Everyone is different. That's all I can say. Yeah. In marriage, you never know if you're doing the right thing. I hope we're doing our best to keep ours together, but anything can happen. Look, man. Thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Hey, this playthrough's already showing itself as a success. These empathy successes. Hardcore mode got nothing on me.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
There's a mod for this game that makes this snow permanent, because I really like the aesthetic when this is starting to pile up and just blustering in like this. That's like the soul mod this game should have. Keep this aesthetic.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Yeah, I tried to make this car an automation once for BeamNG. It actually, I got like the aesthetic pretty much perfect. The game's really tweakable. Don't recall if I finished it enough to actually drive it or anything, but I lost the data for it. Forgot what I did. Somehow lost the files. But I don't know, I guess the point is it is possible. And there is enough information on the Disco Wiki to figure out like horsepower, torque, and so on of this. Because the writers for this game are thorough. Yeah. I think I actually did get to test drive it and then deleted it from Beam to tweak it and somehow lost the automation file at the same time. I don't know. I remember it actually being drivable, and I was like, alright, as wacky as this looks, people who made this game know enough to make something that's functional. Like, that could have existed, in an alternative reality. A reality where engines need to be ridiculously sized, and tires never really become their own tech like we see them now. I don't know. You can make this though, with liberal use of glass panels and things that are meant to be like holes in the car that you just expand rapidly that just make parts of the car transparent, basically. Meant to be like grill pieces or vents or something. Yeah, well, that tangent's over now.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Is this a diesel if it has to be preheated? Maybe you shouldn't assume it uses a type of fuel I'd recognize, but didn't get that detail in the build I did.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Change of plans. Her number.
Oh no. Well, you gotta listen to the voice in your head. Now that we're gonna acknowledge it's a bad idea and proceed regardless.
What do you mean, officer? I'm not Sylvie.
Oh, did you hear that? Pure lust. She's a wild one. Throw her a curveball. See if she's down to party. Come on, wake up. The way she said she's not Sylvie, practically begging you to make a move. Just go for it.
Who doesn't? Now, how can I help you in your investigation?
I heard some anger in that voice.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Voices not agreeing with each other today.
No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? No, not me. No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Shouldn't have clicked that one.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, at least we didn't sabotage ourselves because our skill is so high.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me, threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about the end of all times and how everyone is a piece of shit. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do. No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing, with the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side, the telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place, so I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
No, that's our highest priority, is fixing that.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
And we gotta return that key. Oh, what's this?
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola.
Ta'ola.
Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream. Ulogu Theodos, Xino Zausin, Ipoli Osithian, Echondes Fronisin. Monday morning, the moment you arrived in this reality, are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread. Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself. It's totally also a coping mechanism. So you should be. The world island crumbles at your feet, and in the far plain, Palindropos. Perhaps, just a thought, this has something to do with the hangover. The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
I'm sure that won't have consequences. Yay, minus rhetoric. Nope, not gonna live to regret that one.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. As it should be. Anyway, thank you for returning my key. Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
That bird ain't no symbol of hope. It's a menace and a traitor.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...
Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any professional discounts. Already he's reverting back to defensive.
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
You feel like you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yes. Have you got it? Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Oh, right. Didn't report the badge missing. Or ask guard that. Do we have another opportunity to do that, or did I just lock myself out of that one?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
Oops. Maybe she knows.
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
Are we just gonna sabotage this check-clicking things? Probably.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Please, money.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, Sam Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races.
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold, but you never end up doing that anyway. You're quite welcome, dear.
Is this being empathetic? Or is it exploiting the empathetic? What do we got here anyway? Oh, that's actually worth a reasonable amount. Man, we got interactables.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Can I sell it? Hello again.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Is this where I got my hello from? It's not. I actually do know where I got that from. Do I answer that question and let you in on a little lore? Maybe another time.
Sure. Let me have a look. Sam Baptiste Summer Dinghy Races 31. What a pleasant time that was. So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you $3.20 for it. A pin from 31 ought to be priced at $3.10, but I added another 10 cents just to be nice.
Flawless logic.
Sure thing. So, do you want to sell anything? Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I can't sell the bug. Maybe it'll come up in conversation later. One reason or another.
Another time, perhaps.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Well, now I'm wondering if there's an interaction between this and this. he's all dazed by the lights.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order. 700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary. It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel format. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Nope. There's nothing in here we want. I mean, we already got this money earmarked for a purchase. So we're gonna go ahead and not save up for paying Gart back. Where'd Kim go? There he is. No reason.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Is there really any reason to save up for those two versus this? Man, not that I could see.
Here you go, mister.
Money well spent. Well, certainly been spent.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. What a solid can of mass-produced piss water. Well over 10% alcohol in this so-called beer. Pop it open before it gets too warm. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. Oh yes, the chest pain and the dizziness. You've suffered long enough. Now it's time to drink, to live. There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, Detective. You're home now. You see a flash of teeth, a young woman smiling at you near some railway overpass in your ruined past. She is gorgeous, and she is yours. Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
An ox, you say?
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done. From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
It was more than a sip. We better not waste that. Let's go meet Kuno's dad. That's the priority. Ooh. Kim looking a bit blurry there. What do you say? Walk around the coast till the door and knock on it. Room 12. Good enough. We might need this. There's the door. Let's not get distracted by anything else.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Oh no, time's ticking.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
Oh no.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Uh-oh.
A sturdy metal door. The door rattles again.
Stop banging on the door. Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here. The police? No. Go check the backyard door.
What? Please open door.
There must be another way into the building.
Oh, that was loud.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Cool hat. got a bit of a negative aesthetic going on here. I still don't want that. No code. Is he gonna do it again? Anti-SMR Kim.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Talk this dude and opening the door.
You see a young man on a balcony
Come on, you
nursing
gotta
a
hurry.
cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He's countering for Kim's outburst.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Apologies, but this is my last one.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm not throwing anything. As you wish. There won't be a next time. I really need to get going.
It's fine.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's not gonna open the door. He did throw the cigarette down. We need to get in there. Time's a
He's gone.
wasting.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Like the game's not acknowledging the fact I really didn't talk to him.
He could be a witness. We shouldn't rule out the possibility. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
This is just becoming a game of waste Kevin's time. Hey, what's this? Cash.
A sturdy metal door guards. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
I'm only 2 out of 3 of those, though.
You can't think of anything.
Oh no.
convincing. Time for some police brutality.
That's awkward.
No, you're not.
You don't scare me, punk. I may be an old woman, but I can still take the likes of you.
That's awkward. Now, I have little faith in her opening the door. I mean, you're not related to the door, but you're here and you're on my level. So I can be an aggressive drunk.
A striking woman leans against the cabin
Missed
top
that.
of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. Beaton, my maiden name. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
Oh.
Of course you're not. It was only a joke.
I'm afraid my partner doesn't shake hands. Please don't take offense.
None taken, officer. Either way, I'm glad you're both here now. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Helpful.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to. If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Nah, I don't know how interested we are in this conversation. Especially when there's a giant we could maybe go fight.
Of course. How else can I help?
Well, since you ask and before we go...
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? What is this? An athletic challenge? Scream it from the top of your lungs immediately. Show that asshole. You're thinking it, but your lips are not moving. Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes, a scythe of booze precedes you, your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... Yes, you're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odin. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
It's not an unwinnable check. It's just a mostly unwinnable check. Foil it. Oh, that's low because of the low health. I forgot. That affects your skills, actually. Right. We're gonna use the skill point. Not sure that's the best use of it, but we've done it. Take a 42% chance. One more. 58%.
Voila, you're doing it.
Okay. Okay, and we actually did need that extra point. We squeaked it.
Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Let's not do that.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm sad to hear that. How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting
Oh no. I can't resist the urge of stupid dialogue choices. I mean, once it starts flowing, the money won't stop flowing, right?
So would I, but whoa, there is no such denomination.
Ideas like this one are all part of his rare medical condition, man. Nothing to be worried about.
Okay. 1 real then?
No, you don't. 1 real won't get you 2 pieces of bath tissue to rub together.
Game is saving me from myself. Okay, I only need 130.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
Not just like that now.
Whoa, whoa. Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot, train to Moneytown.
Yeah, exactly.
This may seem like odd behavior for a police officer, man, but it's a perfectly common side effect of his unusual medical episode.
It's all right, Lieutenant. I really did bring as little cash with me as possible to avoid attention. So here you are. The last bit of filthy lucre I can share.
I got my 1 real too.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
No.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
No, that's all.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Arden-Macan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Do I dare check what I gain from this? And what I most likely lose. Oh. Oh, hey. Nothing bad. And all good. And stuff we haven't even collected and wasted this yet. Excellent. It's all good news today. You're not a resident. Do we have enough time left on that? You're not likely to open the door, are you?
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
No. That's certified. Certified? Yeah, that certified my decision. We're walking off. Certified's not the right word. Hello, brain fog, my old friend. Wish we'd never meet again. Grab that tar bag now. No, we're not gonna use it yet. We'll be walking back and forth through here plenty of times. We have a giant to confront. And a ton of money we could waste. Bit of metagaming knowledge. There isn't any advantage to paying for the room yourself, as far as I'm aware. Just wasting the money. Gotta keep up that mooch, foo. If you're not mooching, you a foo. Hello.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Your body does not betray your degeneracy. That's a lie. You're in great shape.
Just in case.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Ham Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me. You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Ham Sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got him.
Willingly calling yourself a Ham Sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
He's buying for time. He's trying to win a war of attrition.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Yeah, escalate. That'll fix the problem.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simenon Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Oh, he's still doing it?
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
Yeah. Well, we still got 19 minutes left.
No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Oh no. Betrayal. Huh. Yeah. Hardcore and suggestion double teaming on my chances here. But it's still a 28% chance. You can't win games you don't play.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
That's another sound effect that we probably don't want to leave playing for too long. Just pretend you're out walking through a field of freshly fallen snow. It's just about freezing. There's a layer of frost on top. You know, your whole hand is now frostbitten. Kind of hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
We don't have to do that. But it is kind of true. Fine, it's true.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
Polycultural capital. There's a phrase.
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs? Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel. A pawn of international finance, just like the rest of your ham-colored race.
Still got 14 minutes to salvage this.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race, haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale. No, I have heard about it on the radio.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
We're only empathetic with the downtrodden, though. This guy's not all that downtrodden, so...
I'm from Couronne, and no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Maybe he'll buy the mug.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
That didn't gain anything.
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
Well, I mean, I tried not having the conversation and it didn't work.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
Stupid suggestion.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
True. That is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
Correct.
We're out of time. That's not gonna work. I don't know what Kim wants to talk about, but it's probably not ending well for me.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hug. We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is. And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
The lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything. That's right. You should do it again. It's the last thing you'll be expecting.
Oh no, another thing.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. Yawn, you'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Sure. I mean, this is the empathy personality trait.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Rivershaw. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
-2 half-light. Oh, that's a quick research, though. It's fine. We're gonna need to unlock more of these.
Yes? Excuse me?
Yeah, beat it.
Frankly, Detective, you're in a deranged state. I can't let you proceed without close supervision. In fact, under normal circumstances, I'd be duty-bound to report you. Take it as a token of good faith between our precincts that I haven't done so.
The lieutenant thinks you're some unaccountable wreck who needs constant supervision. But you don't have to listen to him. You're free to disobey.
That would be us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. Except that I do, Detective. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
We're not wasting any time. It's fine. Wow, we're already 2 hours in. What have we accomplished today? We're not wasting any time. It's fine.
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now? Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls.
I mean, a baton would actually.
Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
No batons?
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
Something changes in his disposition. A merciful smile in the corner of his eye.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Is this gonna be compromise and discussion?
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically, grow them. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Even worse. I don't want to lose a thought point to that. Maybe he'll fight him, huh?
Nice aggression with Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Wait. Can I run back up there and try it again now? Oh.
Let's talk about our right to work. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work! Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families. Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do! Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Is there another way into the harbor here that I didn't know about?
Pity.
Let us work!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Big mess caused by union greed. but I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Wait, no, but I need you to go fight that guy.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Oh no.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
Yes.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Okay, we got back in.
No, I'm not a fighter.
No.
I'm a worker.
Damn it.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge.
I don't think you can ever actually open this gate. It feels like maybe some cut content there. I don't know.
What are you wondering, man?
This game certainly has plenty of potential for proving me wrong. I think we can fight him again now, though. Because we were given advice on how to do it. I think that'll up the odds.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Guess what? We're about to do it again. Let's see me let myself go. Did that up the odds? I don't know.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
We won. Barely.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent.
Well, that other guy said maintain space. So back up rather than step forward.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Button.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely. His head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
I want to be the new measurehead. I want to see what's in this box. I'll take it. Fortunately, that doesn't actually open the whole gate. That'd be cool, though.
The man is still knocked out.
Did you see that muscly dude down there? Did you see it? I won. Pay me a compliment. And go in there.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Nah. They said he'd go in if there was no guard. I took down the... Well, took him down for a second.
Knocked him out good. Like the Flying Desperado. It's that really cool Flying Desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steps.
Yeah.
So, what's on your mind this time?
Guess we're going into the harbor now. How much time do we want to spend hanging around this room? Not much. What's this? Postcards. Don't need no postcards. I do need that though. Yeah. And how do they look, though? It is a log. Sentient coffee.
Yes?
No. No acknowledgement that I was right. I won the fight.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Are we gonna wear this one? Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. I don't have a reason not to, other than aesthetics. Is aesthetics a reason to do things all on its own, with no other justifications? No.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads...
I don't know.
René Arnaud.
I don't actually have a strong opinion on that aesthetics question.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
No, don't waste time. Come back another time. Don't waste time. Get out of there. Don't mess with the crane. We'll mess with the money. How am I supposed to spend that before the night? If I don't spend it, I'm gonna have to throw it away in the hotel room. Yeah, we'll be coming back here. Quite a few times, most likely. You know, videos of this game to upload are about 1/10 of the size of BeamNG. Isn't that crazy? You don't need multiple saves. Let's make another save. Welcome to Resilient ME's channel. Yep. We're gonna be calling this one before the conversation, because then we can start the next episode out intelligently? No, out of bang. Yeah. I know how commercials timing works. Except for you shouldn't be watching any commercials. You got an ad blocker, right? I hope so. If you don't, you're gonna be spending a good long time watching garbage. Yeah. To you, I will say goodbye. And to ads, I'll say good riddance.